drift into deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it.
Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. It's Tasha's colorful farmo-ish cottage chic style and occasional appearances from the fur babies as well as the kiddos. That's my husband and I. I'm Tasha and he's Charlie. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, okay? This is our humble abode. And we bought this house in August 2020. It's our first home, so we're really excited with all the changes and things that we've done. And I just want to take an opportunity to share it with you. Let's go ahead inside. Right, so this is my vestibule. I love having this. It's like a makeshift mudroom. You would come in, take your shoes off before heading inside. This side I got from Etsy. And the basket with the flowers, I got the basket from Amazon. It was a set of 2. Flowers from Amazon as well. Windmills from Amazon. You're going to find a common thread that if it's not free 99 secondhand Facebook Marketplace, then it's Amazon. Both windmills were from Amazon and the table was from Amazon. Usually I redo most of my furniture, but I saw that on Amazon at a good price and I couldn't pass it up. This wreath, I love having a 4-season wreath because I don't have to worry about changing it. I decorate the vestibule for the holidays, but the wreath I pretty much keep up all year long, or at least that's what I've done so far. We haven't even been here a year yet. I'm still in the newlywed stage because we're a blended family. We both came to the relationship with kids, but we got married in 2018, so I'm still in that stage where everything is Chamberlain or a C initial. I don't know. But I do love this wreath. And I got that from Facebook Marketplace secondhand as well. All right, so let's head inside. And there goes Marley. He's always greeting everyone. You're going to see him a lot. He follows me around like a shadow. This painting was my parents. They gifted it to me, or my mother, I should say, gifted it to me because she was downsizing after my father passed away. It was the first painting they bought in 1964 when they got married. I came along way later, and I've always loved this painting. I've admired it my whole childhood, and when my mom was downsizing after he passed, she gave it to me, and I'm so happy I was able to receive it and have the proper place to display it right here as soon as you walk in the entry. This room is kind of weird. It's a long room where the door's somewhat in the middle of the room. And there's a side door also to the right, which is what leads to our side porch that you saw when you were walking up. And there's also the coat closet, 3 windows, an entry into the dining room, and stairs heading upstairs. So there's really not a lot of wall display space for something that big. This wall over here I made into a reading nook. I want to eventually hang a shelf under the clock where I want to put an antique camera and some photos of loved ones that have passed. So that's why I have that sign there, because it's true. We don't remember the days, but we do remember the moments. And I kind of wanted to capsulize it in this wall here as like a memory wall. So this Lennox vase I got from a family member on our wedding day. And then there was a picture of our 3 kids there on that table as well. And we're just going to spin around now and get a glimpse of the living room. So when you walk through the front door, the living room would be to your right. And then this reading nook is to your left, as well as the entryway. This sofa table, the vase and the bowl I got from my mother as a hand-me-down. And then I have that basket there with some flowers also from Amazon. And then this desk I refurbed and I added some crystal knobs, or actually I should say dresser, not desk. I love having a dresser at the entryway because we're a big family in a small house. So all of our furniture can look pretty, but it has to serve a dual purpose, so serve double duty. So the extra storage here for the mask, sanitizer, a middle drawer is basically snow pants, hats, scarves, gloves, and then the bottom drawer is throw blankets. It's nice just to have a place to put everything. I didn't want to put too much on top of it for decor because there is a window there I didn't want to block, but I have this dough bowl and these three balls there, as well as the beads. The three balls I got from Amazon, dough bowl, I don't remember the online store, and the beads I got from Facebook Marketplace. Candle holders were from Facebook Marketplace as well, and that lamp was from eBay. And also to the right, there's going to be a mail center that I've created. Those baskets came from Amazon. I hate having mail on the kitchen table. So this was a way to have some place to put everything when you first walk through the door, so things don't get cluttered and thrown around. So I always find if there's a place to put things, then you usually don't end up with too much of a mess. And that runner that's on there, I also got from Amazon. The mint curtains were from eBay secondhand. Get a lot of questions about that when I post it on my Facebook page, but it was secondhand, and that actually is what set off my whole design for the living room, was those curtains. I love the color so much, and so I started mixing the mint and the teals. Also, I wanted to keep the wood trim and wood doors. Like, I love the mahogany stain that was original to the house. And I was eating an Andes candy one day. I kid you not, y'all. And I was like, wow, that's right. Mint goes great with brown, because I was trying to figure out what would work with the millwork and not take away from it. And I really think these colors complement it nicely, and that everything worked really nice together. That mirror was secondhand also that I got, and I painted it teal. It was originally red. And these pillows were also from Amazon. Or actually, the Home Sweet Home was from Etsy, and the cat pillow was from Amazon. This clock was an Etsy clock. The hands came broken, so I actually had to purchase larger hands from Amazon because I wanted a different look anyway. So it's two different pieces there together. And the mail sign, I don't know if I mentioned, that came from Amazon. However, I did also see the same shop on Etsy as well. And the white metal wall decor there, that came from Amazon. Actually, no, Home Depot, excuse me. And the sign above the door, that came from an Etsy shop. Love that sign because I always said to the kids, go be great. So it was really nice when I saw that sign. I was like, I have to have it. And I love that it's the first thing they see when they're walking out the door to start their day. One of my favorite Bible verses. And there goes the doggies. Marley is on the sofa, and we have Kobe looking out the window, my neighborhood watch. And again, this is the sofa table. That picture in the middle, that came from my mom. The yellow vase came from my mom. When she was downsizing, she had so many gorgeous things and asked me what I wanted. And out of all of her beautiful, expensive, because her style is much more glam than mine, I took some of the most simplest of things, and she was like, you sure you don't want this over here? I'm like, nope. These tin boxes are just additional storage for the kids to put craft things in. So when they need to color anything, they just grab one, bring it to the table, and they can all share. The little red flyer there has my husband's subscriptions. I thought it was cuter than having a magazine rack. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Now let's go to the living room. In the living room, Again, very limited wall space, so where I had to hang the TV was a little odd, but it works. Real quick, let's just spin around and take a look at the entryway again. That way you can get your bearings for the setup in the living room. And because I had to hang my TV there, the plug was a little low where the socket was for the plug. So there was a lot of additional wall space on top. So I thought a painting was a nice touch to put there. I like it. I've heard feedback, negative and positive, but I like it. The console table I got from Wayfair. And the wrought iron pieces, I get a lot of questions about that. Those pieces I got from a garage sale. They were black, and I painted them teal, so they'd all match. The one that you're looking at right now to the left, that one's a wooden piece, like a terracotta piece, I should say. And I painted that teal because I only had 2 of those exact same wrought iron pieces to put on the 2 front windows. There goes Mia, my other dog. So straight ahead now, that is a coffee table that I had made for the living room. The person who made it for me, I designed it, and he said he loved it, but he's never making it again, so I'm assuming it's a one of a kind. This tray that I have on the coffee table, I got that from Facebook Marketplace. The tic-tac-toe is Facebook Marketplace. The green pitcher there I got from my mom as a hand-me-down. It had wine glasses that went with it. But I love the way it looked on the coffee table, with it being glass and the color and everything, with everything else I had going on. The yellow flowers are from Amazon as well. And this carpet was also from Amazon. Love the carpet. It was great quality. I really have no complaints, except for the fact that my dogs, it's just not good if you have pets. It's hard to get the pet hair off. Their nails tend to snag it. So if I had to do it again, I wouldn't have gotten that carpet. But if you don't have pets, great choice. And again, that's the side door that leads to our side porch. I have not decorated there yet, but when I do, I will definitely update and show you. I should be working on that soon. This painting I love. It's my favorite painting, second to the one my parents gave me in the whole house. It's reclaimed wood with a metal on top, so it's a 3D painting. I love her. I love what she seems to stand for in my life, just everything. She encompasses me, and I love her. She came all blue, predominantly like a bluish gray, and I wanted to incorporate some of the colors that I have in the house. So I had leftover paint because I painted all the furniture myself, and I just smeared it on. I smeared on the apple greens and the teals, put a splash of red. So everything tied together and worked out. And I love the way she came out. I think it totally, brought it to life to embellish it a little bit. It wasn't a signed piece, so I felt no remorse in making it my own. But on the umbrella, all of that, all those colors, I put on there. And then this wrought iron piece came from the same place that the other 2 came from. And I painted it teal. And there's a little peek outside. And on the console table here, I just have some family pictures. I do have to add one of Kobe, the other Chihuahua that I have. Didn't have him at the time that I decorated this. He's new to us, even though he's 4 years old. And I love him to death. He's the sweetest little thing. So I will be adding him shortly so he can be represented. And these sofas, I also got secondhand. They're Italian leather. Love them. When I got them, they were brand new. And I got them from Facebook Marketplace. So they were secondhand, but they were never used before. The two shelves, I get questions on that all the time, on either side of the window. That came from Amazon as well. And I loved having that there to kind of balance the space because the sofa looked odd there against the wall. And this is just another look of the room. All right, now heading into the dining room. And the dogs are just messing up the pillows. Real life, guys. That vase I also got when I was in Florida a few years back. I think it was a Michael's. And this is a real quick before we head into the living room. Quick look at when we lift up the carpet and discovered we had hardwood. That was a happy day, guys. All right, so now to the dining room. This dining room table, the 4 chairs, and the bench I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $175. I have heard that it's a Broyhill Heirlooms furniture piece, so if you're interested, you can get it there, but I got mine at a steep discount. Same thing with the chandelier. I got that off of Facebook Marketplace for like $75 used. But I have seen similar ones at Home Depot, so if it's something that you're interested in, you can find something similar there. And over to your right here, that mirror was silver. I painted that apple green to match the Hoosier that you see to your left. Love the way both pieces came out, the look of them. And right behind the living room is the man cave, so that's what you're kind of getting a glimpse of. It was initially formerly known as the family room, and my husband commandeered it, so which you'll see when you go in there. This basket over here was a match to the one that you saw in the vestibule that had the flowers, so I got that from Amazon as well. They were set, and the sticks are local. I was actually really upset too when I got those baskets because they looked dark brown, and when they arrived they were that light brown color, but it's fine. I can work with it. Okay, that's my favorite piece over there, the Hoosier. Really huge find. I was so lucky to find it. When I found it, it was predominantly the apple green color, the darker color there that you see, and there was a lot of naked wood spots, so I diluted some chalk paint and took a cloth and wiped on the sagey color that you see. I also added some of the Serenity blue in some spots. So this color, from afar, you don't realize it, but when you come up close, you can see it's several layers of different colors there to create a specific look that I was going for. I did still leave some naked wood spots. I wanted to keep the aged look. I didn't want to cover it up and make it look new. But as you can see, there's the blue and the 2 different greens, and I really love the way it came out. This piece, more than anything, whenever I post on any decor pages, I get the most likes and questions about it because it's just gorgeous. It's a late 1890s Hoosier, and I've never seen another one like it. I've seen plenty of Hoosiers, but none quite like this one, so it's really a one of a kind. The rooster was from Bell's Outlet years ago, like a decade ago when I lived in Florida. The sign there was an Etsy sign, and then the 3-tier tray that came from Amazon. And the white pieces above it, I got from a Facebook Marketplace shop. Initially, when I got it, instead of saying Tasha's Fine Dining, it said Tasha's Dining Fine. And I'm quirky, so I almost kept it. But then I told her about it, and she replaced it. So I decided to put up the correct version. But that was kind of funny. And the 2 wine bottles, they're chalk wine bottles. They actually, I seen them on Etsy, and I tried to make them myself, and I think it came out good. I like the way it looks. The pie plates up there, they're Pioneer Woman. A lot of the dishes that you're going to see in both of these cabinets, the Pie Safe and this Hoosier, are Pioneer Woman. I tend to like her colors. They go well with my living room decor. This shelf above the door I had made by a local couple. I wanted it to look like it had always been here, and I was really impressed that they were able to achieve that for me. That sign that was on the shelf, that came from an Etsy shop as well. And this is just a view of the living room from the dining room. It's actually my favorite view of the house. I love the way, even though it's an older home, that it's all open to each other, that you can see from one room to the next, at least on the first floor. It's really rare to find, and that's why I think this house is really just such a gem. The sign above the doorway, that came from an Etsy shop. And then to your right is the pie safe that I mentioned earlier. I just really love the way this came out. The corner shelf to your left was a brown wooden color, and I painted that white, and the interior the same serenity blue as the pie safe, so they balanced each other. I really think you can have a lot of colors in a home as long as there's some repetitiveness and some balance. And that's what I try to achieve. You will see the same colors throughout the house as a common theme. So things don't always have to match as long as they're pleasing to the eye and there's some balance there, in my opinion. That corner shelf has just a lot of collectibles that I've collected over the years. So I really can't go through a list of where I've got them from, because it's just been over time that I've accumulated it. That little footstool I've had for years as well. I'd gotten it from eBay many years ago and just used it as a little lift for that little metal vase. The metal vase I got from, or the milk jug I got from Amazon, as well as the eucalyptus stems and cotton. And these curtains, they're probably not going to be here by the next video. I've had them for many years. I love them because you don't really see curtains like that anymore. But I don't think they really go with the comfortable feeling that I have, or the laid back feeling that I have in the dining room. They're a bit too formal and overdressed. So I'll probably be changing them, and I'll update when I do. I don't know where these curtains will find a home. They might just get tucked away for a little bit. But I do still love them. And those are just my collectibles. The HME in there, I did get that from an Etsy store. And I decided to put inside the cabinet to add some color and depth to the cabinet. I love how many windows this home has. So many big windows. The paintings above the window I did. Love having them there just for some depth to bring your eyes up. I know a lot of people now are doing the floor-to-ceiling curtains, which are beautiful. I like that style. But that can get expensive when you have a lot of windows in a house. And I don't really like the look of just doing a treatment style on one window and not the others. So I think a good way to achieve the same effect, which is basically just heightening the room, is to add some artwork or some detailing above the windows. It still draws your eyes up, but you don't have to spend as much on curtain panels because that can get pretty pricey, especially if you want nice ones and not just the typical thin shears that a lot of people are doing. I like drop cloths as well, and I've thought about putting drop cloths, but I don't know if I'd want them on every single window in my house, and I don't know how it would look having it just on one window, so I'm still weighing that option. I don't know. You may come back here at the next video and I have drop cloths up. So this milk jug, it took forever to get the top off of that thing, and I learned that if you hammer up, because it's pressed down, it pops right off. So I was twisting and everything, and I literally took a hammer, popped it one time, and it popped off, so it was kind of cool. But I got it from Facebook Marketplace, and the flowers inside are from Facebook Marketplace as well. This ladder I got from Etsy. I embellished a little by putting a hook on the side so I could use one of those baskets I told you was a set of 3 to hang some cotton and eucalyptus stems. That sign came from my favorite Etsy store. It's different than the other ones that I was telling you about. You'll hear me differentiate because her signs are special. These blankets I got from Amazon, believe it or not. One of them took like 2 months to come here from China, but it was worth it. They are nice. I was concerned that it may not be because it was taking so long and the reviews weren't that great as far as shedding and all of that, but I'm just using it for display, and so it does the job. Looks good to me. That lantern in there came from co-workers at a previous job as well. And this is just my favorite view, as I said, to look from the family room through the dining room into the living room. I just love that it's really an open floor plan. It's just in some respect. This is just some befores of what the dining room used to look like before we lifted up all the wall-to-wall carpet, before I changed out the light fixture. It was just so much darker, and that was what the corner cabinet looked like before I painted it white. And now here's a look at it now, and you can see it's just so much brighter and lighter just by taking up the carpet. So if you got wall-to-wall carpet in your house, take it up. It's a breath of fresh air just to let the floors breathe. All right, so this is our kitchen. My husband wrote that he always writes what kids are going to have for dinner, because otherwise they'll be asking us every minute, what's for dinner? These baskets, I collect them. They're Lonkenbergers, and I love the way they look. They're so sturdy and beautiful. That apron I just put there because I just thought it was cute. There was a flower in her pocket. And that paddleboard came from Wayfair. And now this is just heading into my kitchen. I love, 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 love. I can't say it enough. This kitchen. It was all wood cabinets. There was wallpaper. Had white floral vinyl flooring. The wainscoting was wood. The everything. It was just so dark in here. And my husband and I took down the wallpaper. While he was at work, I painted the wainscoting. I painted the walls. When he came, he did like above the cabinets that I couldn't reach. And we really just knocked it out. I'm proud of us. One night, day before my daughter's 10th birthday, I painted all the cabinets myself. He changed out the hardware. And I really just love the way it all came out. That door there in the corner, that's actually a ironing board because this is an older home. And it came with an iron board, which I thought was pretty cool. And that sign above the dry erase board is made out of barnwood. Just some spray paint on it to give it a cute look. Love the way it came out. And this is a pantry here. And it actually has pull-out drawers, so there's a lot of storage. These floors, as I said, we upgraded those ourselves, had them installed. And that farmhouse-ish sign that came from my favorite Etsy shop. She does such amazing work. I mean, the quality, everything. And it wasn't in her store. I request both signs, the one that was on the ladder and this one. I requested it, told her what I wanted, and she made it happen. Now, this lower bench here, the one that's the blue and the brown, without the back behind it, and the table, that came from the same couple that did the bench above, did the shelf above the doorway to the kitchen. I designed it, told them what I wanted, and they made it for me. This church pew, though, that is my pride and joy. I've changed this church pew at least 3 times since I've owned it in the last 5 years, but actually longer than I've owned it, almost 10 years. And this time, though, is my favorite. I painted it white, or like an off-white, and I took curtain panels and reupholstered it. When I upholstered it for the very first time, I just went to Home Depot, got some MDF specifications, gave it to them, got some high-density foam, and literally just put the fabric on like it's like you're making up a bed, and staple, and that's it. No sew project, and came out perfect. And just screw on the back, and that's it. These shelves here I got from Amazon. They had black for the railing, like the ones out in the living room, but I painted them white, and I stained the shelves itself the darker walnut to match everything else going on. This cabinet also came from Facebook Marketplace. It was a brown color, like a cherry color, and I painted it a lighter blue than the walls to tie in with everything. And this coffee rack or mug rack came from Amazon, but I also believe IKEA sells it. It was black, and I painted it white as well to go with everything. That gumball machine was red, painted it yellow, and I put after dinner mints inside of it. And that chalkboard, that was originally an antique cradle that I painted white and turned into a chalkboard. And Rae Dunn, if you're a Rae Dunn collector, you know where to find it. That's where all of the canisters came from. Rae Dunn in stores can be found at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, Macari if you're going online, or Facebook Marketplace, and Depop. Most of my basics I got online because it's really hard to find those in the stores, as most of you probably already know. The crystal bowl that's in the middle of the table, that came from my mom's house when she downsized. And again, I love the way these cabinets came out. I did the black hardware just because I love that matte black look. And the stained glass, that actually is what set off the theme for this room being blue and white. That was already there, which you'll see in the before pictures. The countertops and backsplash was already there. It was Korean, just worked with what was here. And this is my favorite room in the house, really, the kitchen, and I would say the master bedroom when you get there. These mason jars, just got some lemon painted on there to tie in with everything. And I really just love the way everything looks. If I'm missing anything, because I know there's a lot going on in here that you're interested in, comment, and feel free to ask, and I'll be more than happy to answer. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. I'm not putting links because there's just way too many. If there's something you see that you like that you can't find on your own based on the stores that I've listed, then just go ahead and ask me. I'll be more than happy to give you the link. And these are some of the befores. As you can see, just paint alone changed this whole room. We didn't knock out any walls. There's no new cabinetry. It's just really decor and paint and new flooring. And for not a lot of money, you can really change the look of your home and freshen it up. And this is my favorite view in the kitchen. Love the way it came out. All right, so heading back through the dining room. That is the man cave, formerly known as the family room. My husband commandeered it, and it doesn't bother me. I have the whole rest of the house. He can have that spot. All right. So in the family room, we did put new flooring down, the same flooring that's in the kitchen. And we did extend that into the half bathroom that comes off of the family room as well. We haven't decorated in there yet or done any updates in there yet other than the flooring. When we do, I will definitely update. These shelves were actually wood paneled, and we took the doors off. I stayed up one night and just painted the whole thing myself overnight. It took like 4 coats of paint. Painting paneling is no joke, but love the way it came out. Totally changed the look over there and brightened the room. These sofas I got from Facebook Marketplace a couple of years ago. It was for a different home that I was living in at the time, so it's a little different than what I got going on in the rest of the house, but for a man cave, I think it's actually really nice. My husband loves having them in here. And those curtains I'd gotten from eBay years ago as well, secondhand. This sign I had made about 2 years ago, so the kids are about 2 years younger. Had everybody write their names there, and I love it. It basically is our motto, being a blended family. This is how I really feel from the bottom of my heart, that, we're not step, I'm not half, we're family. That's it, and that's what I try to instill in the kids. This canvas I had made from a picture that I took around the time that I first met my husband, and he told me he loved me for the first time. I don't know, it brings back certain feelings from that time, so I liked having it there in the family room. And that sign I had made on eBay, from eBay, a few years back as well. And this is my husband's sports memorabilia. I just love the way, this room looks, and how every room actually, but you can see just by painting it changed so much, and lifting up that carpet, the room is so much brighter now. Looks like a totally different space, and really in here, all that's changed is the paneling and the carpet. And to your right there, that's the half bath that I was mentioning, that we're going to be working on next. All right, so heading out of the man cave, formerly known as family room, just going to go through the dining room. And those baskets under the pie safe, I got those from Facebook Marketplace secondhand. That wreath also is Facebook Marketplace. There's Neighborhood Watch, Marley and Kobe. And this is just another look at the living room from that angle. And now we're just going to head upstairs. That bike I got from Craigslist many years ago. I don't think anyone uses Craigslist anymore, do they? I know I haven't since Facebook Marketplace came out. This is my family wall. Really proud of how that came out. And quick story. So the 2 black frames, the 2 teal ones, and then the 2 green ones to your left that are linked together, those actually came off of one of those family tree frames. The previous owners had left it here for us with their pictures taken out, and our furniture broke the whole thing. So the rest of the frames I already had from a previous family wall, but I incorporated those. I painted it teal and the green, to kind of tie in with the rest of what I had going on, and kept some of the leafy branches you'll see as well. But since it was here initially, I liked being able to incorporate some of the pieces into the design. But I love waking up in the morning and passing by this wall, because living up here, I'm not originally from up here, so it's nice to see all the people that I love and care about and miss. And we've put it together with both my husband and my family. So, all right, so this is the master bedroom. That basket I got secondhand from Facebook Marketplace. And then straight ahead here is a dresser I refinished, some corner shelves I had made, and that sign is from my favorite Etsy shop. And this is my favorite view of the master. I just really love how I took a small room that really had nothing going on. It was just very nondescript, and made it into a master bedroom. All of the pieces in here pretty much I refinished myself. So I'm really proud of that. All right, so the bed I got from Wayfair. This dresser over here with the corner shelves above it, I painted it. That's just a before of what it looked like. I removed those crystal knobs and added crystal knobs that match the other dresser. And I just really loved the way it came out. I initially was going to put something else there, and then I found that on Facebook Marketplace and thought it was a nice match to the other dresser. And it was a perfect size. The shelves came before the dresser, and it looks like I custom fit it for the dresser. So that easel, I eventually want to put a canvas of my husband and I on there. The arches above the bed, I also painted those. They were wood. And this dress over here is my favorite piece that I've done myself. It was originally a early 1900s kitchen cabinet. I had to strip the paint because it was layers of paint and finish on there. Painted it, added the crystal knobs, stained the top, and I just love the way it came out. It's just beautiful. When you see the befores, you'll see it's undergone a major transformation, but I love the way it looks now. In keeping with that, I had a bowl and vase, pitcher and bowl. I can't talk today. That I'd purchased years ago, and I put that on top. I just love the way it complemented and how everything worked together. The lamp I got from Facebook Marketplace, the 2 lamps, and the mirror was from Amazon. And that's just some befores. As I said, it had a major transformation, but it was worth it. It was free 99. I'm all about free, so I'm okay with that. Quick story. So that dresser that I just showed you that I made, this one here to the left, that one was tall compared to the little nightstand that we had previously in here for a different bedroom set. I had a sleep bed and a cherry little nightstand. So I had this one to the right by the door, made by the same gentleman who made the coffee table downstairs. And it ended up being a smidge too tall because I was trying to even the lamps on both sides. So I ended up getting a little riser for my lamp that I love. I don't know if you noticed it. It had the little crystal knobs, but it totally completed the look. I love the way everything looks now. And that's the way that dresser initially looked, the one that I had made for me. And I just think it came out great. He did an awesome job, so I'm really happy with it. And the painting above the bed, that was secondhand, came from my parents years ago. This dresser to the right was all cherry. It came with that initial set that I told you. And I painted the drawers, or stained the drawers, and painted the dresser to match everything. So Everything in the room is just pieces put together. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a whole set. You can take different pieces, put them together, and create a look that works. That antique fan came from Amazon as well. I was just trying to keep with a certain look. That clock came from Amazon as well. And I just think everything came together nicely. The bedding also was from Amazon. And I love that it had the skirt already incorporated, so I didn't have to put a skirt on there. And this is just a closer look of the riser that I was telling you about, that I got to even out the lamps on both sides. That came from an Etsy shop with the crystal knobs, and I think it really just completed the whole look. I love it. And this is just another view of the bedroom. Every time I come in here into the bedroom, I don't know, I'm just filled with so much pride because I really put my heart into it. I know it's not as glamorous as some, but it's perfect for us. And the mason jars there, that was just a project I did, and I love the way it came out. And this is just a before of the arches that I told you I painted above the beds. Everything really just came out nice in this room. All right. Just going to pan around real quick and take another look before heading out. All right, now this is the kids' rooms. This is the girls' room. They're home from school now, so I didn't want to bother them. So I'm just going to give you some quick overview. And this is my bonus son Carter's room. There is a doorway with a walk-up attic in his room that eventually I want to change into a bedroom as well. So now let's head downstairs. There goes the doggos waiting for me. This is just the view from the top of the stairs of the coat closet and the entryway now. And thank you so much for coming, guys. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Tasha's Colorful Farmhouse. Definitely look forward to any questions or comments and sharing another video with you soon. Bye.